I'm Lorraine Sish from StampWithLorraine.com, and welcome to another tutorial. Today I'd like to show you how to make cute little baskets. At the time of this taping, we're approaching Easter and it just became spring, so my thoughts are turning toward baskets and flowers and fun things that you can put into your baskets. Now these don't have to be for spring or Easter. They can go for party favors and any kind of time that you need a little treat. So I'm going to show you how to make this medium-sized one. And I'll give you measurements as well for a smaller size. Look, that cute little bunny. I'll tell you how I did that with some punches. And I'll give you measurements for a large one as well. So stay tuned. I hope you like the tutorial. And if you do, give me a thumbs up down below. And don't forget to visit StampWithLorraine.com. I have a lot of measurements and instructions there as well that could help you. All right, so this is going to be just a quick, cute little basket. Let me show you some that I did already. Here's one that I did in Balmy Blue. Cute little box using the DSP squares, putting a little strip across the handle. So I'm going to show you that. And here's the same thing, I just using bigger. So I did this with, I didn't decorate it much at all. I just wanted to do it bigger. This is an old retired color, this lemon lime twist. And I just thought it was cute with a daisy on there. But just, sort of simple. Didn't fuss it up much at all. But I just wanted to show you the size difference. So this is with the 6x6 square. And this is just kicking it up to 8 1/4. Because that can divide easily into 3, which is what we're going to do. We're going to divide into 3 panels. We can divide that into 3, which would be 2 3/4 each. So I'll give you those measurements again later. And then I made a little bit smaller one. And this was one thing I was going to show you, but then I realized, well, we don't have a lot of these punches anymore, but it's awfully cute. Here's a smaller one with a little bunny on there. Isn't that cute? Just using the punches. This is the double oval punch for the ears and the feet. And then different size circles for the head, the little cheeks. I needed a smaller punch for that, but I didn't have one. But then just tying a little bow tie there and googly eyes. So I thought he was really cute. Start with your square. Yours is 6 inches. You need your scoring tool, whatever you're going to use, either your trimmer with the scoring blade or a scoreboard. Sometimes these are easy if you're doing a lot of scoring. You can see exactly where everything is as opposed to moving it. So it's all just a matter of what the preference is. Okay, so we're going to divide this into 3. So that means we're going to score at 4 and 2. So we'll go ahead. So we're going to end up with 9 squares. Score at 4 and 2. And then we're going to rotate it 90 degrees and do the same thing again, 4 and 2. Okay, so now you have 3x3s, 2-inch squares. All right, then you're going to take your scissors and we're going to cut up these 2 score lines and the ones opposite. Okay, so 2 here and the ones that are opposite. And just going to cut to the first perpendicular score line. So you're just cutting the size of 1 square. Then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay, and then just burnish all those score lines. You could have done this beforehand too, before cutting. Okay, so let me just show you the form of the basket and then we'll put the DSP on. So your middle pieces are going to stand up. Your sides are going to come in on a diagonal so they look kind of like diamond shapes from the sides. and we're going to glue that together. But we're going to put the DSP on first. But I just wanted to give you the idea of how it's going to go together. Because first we're going to put the handle on, and then we're going to put the other DSP on. Okay, so the sides are just going to come up and crisscross a little bit in the center there. And how far up you go is all up to you. How wide you want or open you want the box. So little basket. So this is kind of important if you have DSP that has a definite up and down. I chose one that has flowers growing upwards, so I'm going to have to think about where my flowers are going to be. You know, what direction this DSP is going to be. If you had something that's just a more random shape like this, it wouldn't really matter what direction you put it. But that's why I wanted to use this, because it's important that you know which way it's going to go. All right. So this one's going to go like that. And this one is going to go like that. So I'm going to glue those down. Just center them. This DSP is from the Flowers for Every Season. It's got so many colors and options in here. And it's really springy. This one has the tulips. So that's why I thought that would be fun. Okay, so when I bring that around, my flowers will be in a good direction. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. Double check, make sure it's like that, so they'll be facing outward. All right, so next I'm going to want to put my handle on the center. This is where you're going to want your strong adhesive, either the Nail Plus or glue seems to work fine for me. You just have to hold it for a minute or so, a few seconds, so it really stays on there. Or your sealed, your sticky tape. So whichever. So just going to put a little bit of glue on the bottom here, about 1/2 inch. Again, depending on how tall you want your handle to be. I'm going to center that. And if you wanted a strip of DSP to go across your handle, you could do that. The DSP I'm using is 6 by 6, so my longest is 6, which I was wondering if that might look okay to have it not go all the way down, but that's certainly an option. Or just use something else that coordinates, or you can always stamp something on here, whatever. Okay, then we're going to put it on the back of the other part of the handle at about 1/2 inch or 3/4, whatever works for you. You don't want to put too little, because you do want enough glue to hold it on there. Okay, so then when we crisscross that, the seam for the handle is going to be hidden. All right. Now, one thing you want to do is try to get these even, so you can kind of eyeball how much space is between here. And so I get it even on both sides. I think I have about the same amount of space here and here. I'm just going to go to the corner of that handle there and glue that down. And you also want to think about where your glue is going to go, because you don't want it on the whole back of this, obviously, because some of it's going to be the inside of your basket. So kind of eyeball where that's going to be. I'm putting my finger here on the inside edge and realizing, okay, I'm going to put a little bit in the corner here, and I'm going to go down the side. So as long as your adhesive is strong, you don't need to put it all over every part that's on there, but I'm just going to do this corner and then down the side. I'm just going to bring that corner of that side panel to the corner of the handle. And then I'm looking at this little V here, and I'm looking at this triangle here and trying to make that even. If you go too far, I'm going to exaggerate here, you can see that little triangle is not going to be even. So it's that's one way to eyeball it as well. You can check these little openings, and you can check this and see that that point is maybe in the middle of the handle there. So using glue is forgiving here because you can always adjust it. So again, we're putting the glue on the inside corner and then down that side a little bit so that it connects. So I can adjust this as I go with the all-purpose glue, multi-purpose glue. Just hold it for a minute. All right, then we do the same thing on the other side. That corner that's facing you, and then down the inside. I'm going to try to mimic that same shape that's in the back, that same kind of V, that same opening. All right. So again, that inside corner and down the side. It's so springy, I love it. I didn't film my baskets for demonstration purposes, but you can certainly figure out some fun things to put in there. If you felt you needed to, you can look inside, and if this part bothers you a little bit, that maybe it's not, that inside isn't glued down all the way, you can sneak a little dot of glue in there and hold it from the inside. Okay, depending on how far you got your glue in the first place. All right, so cute little basic basket. You can decorate it any way you like. Keep it plain, add the DSP. Notice this one, I used a corner rounder on the DSP and on the cardstock. So the corner rounder that we have now, Stampin' Up! Is this triple punch. So this side here is that corner rounder. Let me get a piece of scrap paper here. Okay, so just have to stick it in. There's guides on the side. Oh, there we go. Guides on the side. And just push down that corner there. And it rounds it off nicely. So I did the same thing to the one side of the DSP and to that, just for a little bit different look. So here's the pointy one and the corner rounded.